Love is our true divine nature, and our heart serves as the intersection of the spiritual and physical, connecting our soul with our body as the conduit for anchoring our divinity onto the earth plane. Embodying our divinity is the key to our ascension and to manifesting our highest destiny in this life. The teachings of the heart are alchemy. Join spiritual mentor and channel Jennifer Spohr each week on a sacred journey to lift the veil to remembering your divinity and meet other beautiful souls who are living the path of the awakened heart. Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. I'm excited to share this amazing guest with you today. Her name is Julie Foucht, and she helps spiritually based entrepreneurs make money simple, straightforward. Money is a hot topic for all of us, and so I know everyone listening, just as much as me, can't wait to dive into this conversation. So welcome, Julie.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, I'm super excited to have you. And I recently had the pleasure and honor of guesting on your podcast. You also host your own podcast. I'd love for you to share a little bit about that with us too.
Oh, so I actually started podcasting probably 10 or 12 years ago, way back before Serial broke the world of podcasting open. When I would say to people, please be on my podcast, and they'd say, you're what? And I would open their phones and say, see this purple button? Uh, so I podcasted for a few years, took a 6-month break, and 3 years later came back to podcasting. So I've been doing it a long time. When I started, less than 17% of women of podcasters were women. Now we're up to about 29% of podcasters are women. So we are gaining. And I'm really happy and I'm so excited that you are one of those voices out there in the world today, because we need to be sharing more women's voices.
Absolutely, likewise. And one of the things I love about podcasting, right? I mean, the content is timeless. It's you get to be on a platform that's beyond, social media, right? As we know, with us, TikTok probably being the best example, a social media platform can be here today and gone tomorrow. That's just one of the many reasons I just really, really love podcasting, and I'm so happy that your show is out in the world too. You're like one of the OG podcasters.
I, I don't feel like I'm quite that far back. I mean, there's
No?
some names. I think Allie Brown has been a podcasting longer than I have. Jessica Kufferman has, uh, I think that's how you say her name. And there's somebody else like that I've followed forever who like really introduced me to podcasting. But yeah, I've been doing it for a while now.
Yeah, yeah, I love that so much. I'd love for you to share with us, there are, just to be transparent with you, right? Like money is always a hot topic, and there are a lot of, whether they proclaim themselves as spiritual teachers, coaches, consultants, right, that advise people on working with money, studying money, and the energies of money. I would love for you to share with us what inspired you to this path, and specifically, what is the dynamic or the way that you support your clients in working with the energy of money that is different from what's
Yeah,
out there?
great question. So the short answer is I was in an abusive relationship for 20 years, and I stayed because I didn't believe I could make enough money to support my 4 kids. And I thought, if I leave, he and his mother will find a way to take the kids from me, and they'll be worse off than if I just stay and I can buffer. I did a terrible job of doing that. It was not a really great decision, but it was all based on the fact that I didn't know that I could make money. And I started the study of money about 1996, and following the gurus, um, listening, reading, doing all this stuff. And I discovered somewhere along the way that I actually had this ability to communicate with the energy of money. And this is the thing that I teach my clients that I don't think a lot of people actually do, that money is an energy. And this energy is part of source energy. It comes from source, God, the universe, whatever you want to call it. But it's this neutral energy that we can take and shape and form. So money can be a real force for good in the world. And I started to have these conversations with this energy, and it taught me so much. And when I get into, even now, years later, multi six figure business, when I get into um, that money anxiety or that money fear, I go back to my friend money. And I go, okay, well, what do I need to know? Why am I in fear today? What is it that is stopping my energy from opening for you to come in? And we have these conversations and they're very healing. I learned about what debt really is, not what society's taught us debt is. I've learned about how to pay my bills in a different way from my conversations with money. And I've learned how to open myself up to receive more in that space of allowing money to flow through me to do good in the world. And so I think one of the things that I've not seen people do is teach this. How do you have a conversation with money? And from there, create. Most people teach go out in the world, make more sales calls, get out to more networking events. And I'm not saying you're not going to do that, but I'm saying the place to start is having this relationship, this friendship with
Yeah.
money.
Yeah, I love that. I love that you speak about it in the context of a relationship. I agree with that and believe that as well. I also believe that the energy of money is directly tied to our own frequency.
Well, I think that our ability to receive it is tied to our frequency.
Yeah.
So, like all energies, money is attracted to the higher vibrations, the highest frequencies, but it's looking for ways to come into the world. It's looking for open channels.
Yeah.
And so, if we are closed to it, if we are clamped down and our channels are closed, it will find other ways to come into the world. So it'll go, okay, this person may be high vibrancy, but they've got a closed channel. I'm going to go to the next person or the next person. And that's why money can flow into some of these places that maybe are not the highest vibration. And so our job as leaders in the world is to raise our vibration and open our channels at the same time so that we give money a better channel to flow into the world.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. When we're feeling in a lower vibrational space, that equates to resistance, right? Or
Right.
constriction, and that repels.
Right.
Yeah.
Money flows like water through a hose. And if you stand on the hose and shut down the flow, money's not going to flow.
Yeah.
So we've got to make our inner hose bigger. I've never said that before, but I like it. Let's stretch our inner hose.
Our inner hose. Yes, we do. Our inner ability to receive. Our money channel. Our channel
Money channel.
to
Yeah.
receive. Our channel overall to receive, right? Something that because I've been like working with the energies of money and studying that for years as well. It's not a main way that I support clients, but all the same, uh one thing I've also learned is that it is an energy of exchange, right? And so when we are clear in our sense of self, right, and how we wish to contribute, then that also opens up additional channels, right, for us to receive. And now that's not to say, because there are lots of people that are working in jobs in the world that aren't happy where they are, right? And yeah, they're receiving a paycheck for doing something that they're unhappy about, but they're doing it from a space of resistance. And so, right, imagine all of the expansion and what can just continue to open up for us, and our desire to make a difference in the world even more, right? When we are bringing those energies in alignment with how we're feeling guided to contribute at a soul level.
Yeah, and I think that even if you're working a job that you don't really want to be at, there are still ways you can um, raise your money vibration in the job. And my experience with that was that resulted in money coming to me in other places.
Yeah.
And granted, I did not spend, half a life in corporate, like so many people do, but the clients that I've had who've spent half a life in corporate have a different skill set they bring into the world. Like your job, if you want to be an entrepreneur, you're working towards it. You've got a job right now that is supporting you while you build your business. There is no shame in that. And in that job, there are lessons, there are things for you to learn, there's ways for you to grow and expand that you're going to apply to your business when you go full time. And so, even there's this place of, okay, how am I treating my money? I am giving my precious life, my time for this money. So, how do I treat it when it comes in? Do I honor it? Do I react joyfully? Do I get my paycheck and go, I am so happy and grateful now that my paycheck is here? Or do I grumble about the taxes that were taken out and tell money this isn't enough? I don't appreciate this. You're not enough. Well, I had a girlfriend who came to stay with me, and I said to her, you're never here enough. I'm not happy with you. I'm not going to pay attention to you because you don't come, you only come once a year instead of 3 times a year, right? Or you only come every other week instead of every week. Like my girlfriend wouldn't want to come spend time with me. And it's the same way with money. So even if someone is in that position of they're still in the job, or they love their job, it's the same thing. Money and appreciation will shift things for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I would get crazy things like refunds on insurance payments
Yes.
from 3 years ago, right? When I'm in that state of, I'm just in love with money.
Yeah, I mean, that is, this is something I speak about often in the work that I do, and that is that there is our soul's guidance, right? Our intuition, and then our ego mind, our human mind, right? What you're saying reminds me of this, and that, our human mind can only comprehend and make decisions on things based upon its individual experiences, past experiences, and environmental conditioning, right? And this is a reason why so many people really can get stuck when it comes to money, because they're only trying to, wrap their consciousness around it from the perspective of their human mind.
Right. Right. And that is why it's so much easier for the wealthy to get wealthier, because what they've expanded to is bigger than if you were raised. I was raised in a family without a lot of money. And so for me, I had to start from that place of not having money and grow and expand from there. But once you reach $1,000 month, then your body knows how to do it. Then you can start reaching $1,000 weeks. Once you've reached a $5,000 month, then your body knows how to do that, right? Then it's shifting time so you can do $5,000 weeks. If you've done a $50,000 year, then How do we grow to 50,000 every 6 months? And then 50,000 every quarter, right? Your body has felt it. It has held it. And
Mhm.
so we want to grow it to that space. And that is, as you said, that is moving out of the ego mind, the physical, well, this is what I see physically, into this belief that we are also a soul being,
Mhm.
that in that space of being a soul being, time is a human construct. Humanity made it up, so we know how to navigate on the planet without like zooming through each other. Um, and so on the soul plane, you begin to make those shifts and then they manifest here in the physical. So it always happens first over here in the soul. This is why talking to money first is great.
Yeah, yes, because we create our reality from within, not the other way around, which is how many of us have been conditioned, right? We've been conditioned to believe that the solution to our perceived problems is outside of us, that we create from outside of us, and that's a direct inversion to the truth of who we are as these amazing divine creator beings.
I saw something the other day and I'm really playing with this idea. And your language just brings this up for me, is that we think of our soul as being within us, but
Mm-hmm.
it's actually our body is within our soul. And if
Mm-hmm.
you've ever felt, if you've done the work where you've created a bubble around yourself and you felt that soul bubble around yourself, this was what this person was talking about. So I'm really playing with this idea of, where actually is the soul? Where does it exist in relate? And that doesn't change anything we've said.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like this language that humans try and put on everything that is so ineffective when we
Yes.
get into these realms.
Yes, labels. We are multidimensional beings. So we are heaven, we are earth, we are like the walking cosmos. I mean, our electrons, right, which are beyond our cells and atoms, are literally
In everything.
gateways into other universes, other versions of us. So yeah, I resonate with what you're saying about that, right? It's not, our soul isn't in one particular place. Now there are energy centers within our body that do serve as higher frequency gateways or larger portals, if you will,
Yeah.
to some of those, experiences. Uh, but yeah, I mean, we are the cosmos, like our soul, it's in us, all around us. I mean, we're an extension of God, of source. Yes.
Isn't that crazy? I love
It never ceases
so
to
crazy.
fascinate me. Yeah, uh, a lot of the healing work that I do with myself and with other clients as well is we go into those spaces, right? Because when you are ready, truly ready in your heart to shift something on your journey, stepping into that quantum field, shifts can happen very quickly.
Yes. Yes. And this is not new. This is ancient wisdom. Several years ago, I was in ritual with a Lakota medicine man. And he said to us the word in Lakota for the earth means, and I'm not going to say the word because I don't think I can remember the pronunciation, but he said, it means the me that I walk upon.
Yeah,
Right? That is what the earth is. It's the me that I walk upon.
yeah.
And I think we need to just acknowledge there's so much more.
Yep.
And it's all us.
Yes. I'd love to switch gears a little bit as, a spiritual entrepreneur. Um, I've been in this place on my own journey in the past, and this is one of the main things that can really get somebody kind of feeling stuck on their journey, is that they are trying to bring this amazing mission that they have to help make a difference in the world, but they're trying to bring it forward within lower frequency 3D constructs of business that are no longer in alignment.
Yeah. So I think there's so much there. Number one is to realize that most of our clients aren't where we are, right? They're still over here in the 3D human world. They're still playing the game by the old rules. And right now we know that the old rules are breaking apart. We are creating new rules for whatever this game of being human is and what it's going to be. So we're over here saying words like transformation and evolution. And they're over here in the other world saying, I got to pay my bills. I need to lose weight. Why is my husband arguing with me? Why won't my kids behave? Right? And so part of and I like to call it a game because it's like we take business so seriously, but really the being here on the planet, our soul says, let me go play in human form. So let's play in human form and let's figure out how do we bring this work to a muggle world in a way that both honors us and honors where they're at. So, how do we meet them there without falling into things like guru formulas, hype, really uncomfortable ways of doing business for us? And that always, for me, goes back to that tapping in to our inner knowing and our connection to source. And I'll give you an example. I was getting ready to do an event several years ago, and I had a fabulous coach, adore her. And she said to me, you need to do some webinars. And every time the word webinar would come up, my body would go, eh, right? And I'd tighten up, and my throat would drop into my chest, and my heart would beat faster. And so I said, wait, I appreciate that you know what you're doing. And that's the formula for business we've been working on. Let me go tap in. And so I went into meditation, I connected with source, and I started to listen to the energy in me. And I said, I'm not going to do a webinar. I've not done a webinar since then because of that. Now there's we're doing master classes now, which I love. I think they're fabulous, but it's a different format and it's a different way. And I actually will sit down and new ways of doing things will pop in. And my business, that energy will say, hey, take this piece of this over here and this piece of this over here, and then sprinkle some of your magic in and light a candle and maybe write a spell. And let's create something completely new. And I think that's what we have to give ourselves permission for. And in the beginning, I was afraid, right? I have to follow the way. I mean, other people have done it this way. I should do it this way. And now what I've discovered is the more that I've allowed myself that freedom to do what feels good to me, to do what my soul is asking me to do, the more I listen to those whispers, the more money I make and the more clients I get to help.
Yeah, absolutely. I love so much that you shared that. Yes, being us, the truth of who we are, showing up in that way. That's the key to everything. And you know what? It's really simple. Sometimes I feel like as humans, right? It's like this is just another program too. Another societal program is like we think that whatever the solution is to what we're pursuing has to be complicated, and it doesn't. Something I say often is, also if you can start reframing your experiences from problems to solve to a skill to attain, that's also a game changer, right? Because then you're just in a completely different frequency.
Yeah. Yeah. The easy way is hard enough.
Yeah.
And I think that the patriarchy designed this rule of it's got to be hard to be valuable in order to keep us occupied in, these rabbit trails so
Hmm.
that we wouldn't just go, no, the easy thing is just to be my magic self and to let our magic out in the world.
Yeah.
Because the more of us that are just letting our magic out in the world, the more change we can make. And the patriarchy wants to keep us
Yes. And
workers.
people that are distracted and people that are fearful are easier to control. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yes, there are absolutely those out there who have that agenda for sure.
And I want to caution that that doesn't mean that fear is not going to come up, because it is part of being human.
Yeah.
And it's not letting the fear run you. It's noticing it, acknowledging when you're in a fear, feeling it all, and then loving it. And then going on. So it's doing the practices. It's not getting rid of it. It's allowing it and doing the practice of loving it, and then going on and being yourself anyway.
Yeah. Embracing all aspects of you. Absolutely part of the experience here.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think of that as embodying your divinity, right? It's just like
Mhm.
every aspect of you, embracing all of it, loving all of it equally.
Yes, I love
I,
that.
I love that so, so much, Julie. Uh, what what is something that in your experience, right, that you struggled with the most on this journey of getting to where you are today that has, since become wisdom that you share with others?
I think the biggest thing for me is comparison.
Hmm.
So, you know, looking at, oh, my event wasn't as big as so and so's event, or, I went to coaches training school with so and so, and my business only makes this much, and their business makes that much.
Hmm.
Or, you know, why am I not farther? I think um, I am built. I don't know if I was built that way, but I definitely, being the oldest of five kids, was conditioned into competition. And that is a very masculine top down strategy. And the feminine, the divine feminine, is about cooperation, collaboration, and just like we all share the same, uh, what was it you called it? The same neurons. Like we all share the same, I don't think that's correct, but like we are made of the same energetic
Yeah,
stuff.
we're all connected.
And competition really doesn't exist in the spirit realms. Your clients are your clients, my clients are my clients. There is no competition. You can't steal my clients. I can't steal yours. The right people will be here for us when we are open. And so for me, that's been the biggest kind of thing, is to move out of competition. Still pops up for me. And I still have to go to that little part and tell it, no, you're okay. You're not going to die because somebody else has a great business, right?
Yeah.
That's how it feels to me. It feels like, oh, they're better than me. I'm going to die. I'm going to end up homeless under a bridge. My husband, my children will never talk to me again. Even my cats, they're going to go away because my cats can't live under a bridge. They're
Mm,
way too
yeah.
spoiled, right? And so it's really taking that part of me that feels that way and loving her and reassuring her. And what I've learned is this real joy of supporting others, of being able to say, hey, so and so's got a great program, check it out, and bringing those programs into my coaching practices even. Um,
Yeah.
so if that's popping up for anybody, I'm an expert on it. I know competition.
Oh, I'm sure that's a big yes, Julie. Comparison is, yeah, that's one for all of us, right? I've been in that space too. And by the way, comparison, similar to so many of our other experiences or challenges that we experience, it's uh it's just a form of separation.
Yeah.
Right? And it's remembering again, right, that we're all connected, we're all unique. We all have a special flavor, a special medicine we're here to share, whether that's as an entrepreneur or on a world stage or not. You know, I will say most of the people that listen to this podcast, right, are business owners or executive leaders and people who beyond all those labels, right? Just people who are feeling guided to pave their own path in the world. So comparison is absolutely one of those things, right? That comes up as we're on that journey, but we just continue peeling back more and more layers of that, and it just becomes less so over time, which has been my experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Julie, I could talk to you about this stuff all
I
day. This is fun.
know.
Yeah, this is fun. In closing, though, what are you feeling most guided to bring forward in this now moment to share with us?
Oh, so as I tap in, I hear money saying, tell them I love them.
Oh, yes.
Really, money loves you. Money wants you to have a wild, juicy, exciting, loving, respected life. Money wants to support you in your mission and doing your good work in the world. And money is just waiting for your invitation to do that.
Oh, we love you too, Money.
Oh,
We do. We love you so, so much. Julie, for those who are feeling guided to connect with you more, where can they find you?
there's a couple of ways. Number one, my Facebook group, Feminine Business Magic. We do some regular things, bragging, sharing. We do lots of online experiences to get to know money better and to build your connection to source. We do a bunch of stuff in that group. I also have a quiz if you want to know more about your money magic, and that's called the Witchpreneur Quiz. We'll send you a link. You can put it in the show notes, or you can search for it. It's also on my website at juliefoucht.com.
Wonderful. And for those listening, we'll also have all of that in the show notes available directly. Julie, what an absolute honor to have you. It was so fun chatting with you, having the opportunity to connect with you again.
Yes, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for listening to Path of the Awakened Heart. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts or pathoftheawakenedheart.com so you never miss an episode. To learn more about living with an awakened heart and navigating your ascension journey, visit me at jenniferspore.com.